largest elephant in the world, the amazing great white whale from Labrador, Joyce, the oldest woman in the world, General Tom Thumb, only 25 inches high from toe to crown, their rarest and most beautiful bird in captivity, the Swedish nightingale, plus a company of hundreds, no, thousands of marching bands, standing bands, flying bands, tumbling bands, bands of every size, shape, and description. And here they are. Oh, I know what you're thinking. You don't see any flying bands or nightingales or 25-inch men, but like I told you, Barnum's my name, and miracles are my game, and they're all up there, mark my word. Wait a minute, where are you going?
Home.
But I got a point of view to expound, defending the noble art of humbug.
Which I happen to be in disagreement with, as it is no more than a shoddy defensive flip plan, so it doesn't behoove me to sit down.
Respect for the speaker, madame, requires him to listen while he sets forth his convictions.
And respect for my own convictions requires me to set forth, which I do as well.
Then go. Isolated dissent is hardly going to deter me. One small voice can quite easily be ignored.
Good day, Mr. Barnum.
Of course, it doesn't help me if that one small voice belongs to his wife. Charity Barnum, I'll have a kiss before you leave.
With pleasure, Mr. Barnum. You may not make much sense, but you're beautiful.
Get the main men, ladies and gentlemen! A fight to the finish struggle! A humbug versus truth! Fluid plan versus fact! Mr. Phineas Taylor Barnum versus his good wife Cherry! An American pageant featuring stirring music, thrilling spectacle, hilarious clowns, and savage jungle beasts! Presenting first in the main ring, Mr. Barnum himself in an opening bit of philosophic volleyball. Mr. Barnum.
That is my wife's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Give her mess hard facts, and she swallows it up like a clam. Serve her up a bit of fancy, and she turns her nose up like it was yesterday's fish. But whether or not you're thinking humbug's a blessing or a curse, you're still gonna buy it. Why? Because every 60 seconds in this world, a delightful phenomenon takes place which absolutely guarantees it. There is a sucker born every minute. Each time that second hand moves to the top, like dandelions up the top of their ears so big, their eyes so wide, though I mean a bona fide full of me. With no 2 minutes, why you can bet I'll find some room to buy like boy, 'cause there's a sure shoot sucker born in a minute, and I'm referring to the minute you was born. Each blessed hour, over 60 of them. Each time that witty cuckoo shows his face, another sucker takes his place in front of his order on the line to buy my brand of genuine malarkey. God bless and love them, but don't feel sad or how the matter cause a scene, 'cause there's a sure shoot sucker born a minute, and man, you might have been a minute in between. If I allow that right here in my hand, the smallest living human man, the sight of that is surely worth a dime. If I present an educated hooch who's trained to dance the hoochie cooch, what better way to waste a bit of time? If I import a monumental costly lady fair whose head was lost while crossing railroad tracks and mixing zinnias, who eats furry through a hose and wears pink tights instead of clothes, if that ain't one of the buck, my name ain't Phineas. You say that's hot wash, well who cares? You'll find my hot wash pocket is theirs. A sucker, born every minute. Each time that second hand to the top like dandelions at the top of their ears so big their eyes so wide, though I'm being a bona fide baloney. Just let me spin it. There ain't no man who can resist me, wait and see. 'Cause here's a sure shooting sucker born a minute. And the friend's biggest one, ex-number is me. Of course, that was when our country was a pop. Today, alas, it's growing, and we ain't got no suckers anymore. And I'll prove it to you. If I was to tell you I got a real life believing foolishness like a half woman, half fish. Well, so you're not, Summers. And you're missing a hell of a lot, because there happens to be a mermaid back there right now. But I'll be damned if I show her to you. Wally, I don't think the mermaid's eaten yet, so would you mind asking her to put on that mini blouse I got for her? I don't want you getting all wrought up when you open the wine. Sit down, you! Oh, now you're interested. When you hear Mademoiselle Neptune's got no blouse on, that gets you up off your feet. Well, it happens to be the mystic joining of earth and ocean that's the miracle, sir. Not her uncovered bosoms. Really pink and simply beautiful though they may be.
Here it is in Mr. Webster's dictionary, Taylor. Humbug. Something designed to deceive or mislead.
That's what comes of marrying a school teacher. They go right to the books. Sherry, I'm talking about rosy possibilities. The kind that the pilgrims had when they came over on the Mayflower. The dream, Sherry.
Just one question, Taylor. That lady eating farina with no head? How does she chew the lumps?
Well, now, Sherry, she got herself a small boy.
Mr. Webster gives this nice synonym for humbug, too. Lies. Now don't give up, Taylor. The evening's young. We've still got some rosy possibilities.
In the bar, right? How about we get it? That's Mr. P.G. Barnum. In his first appearance in the May 10th, turned gold into gold faster than you could say George Washington. I'm telling you, they came by the thousands in Philadelphia, Mr. Barnum. Now there's all the papers you'll need. Birth certificate, bill of sale, written documentation, proving beyond one shadow of a doubt that on June 15th, Joyce Heth will be 160 years old.
She'd better be, Mr. Lyman. I put every cent I had into buying this contract. But from now on, Mr. Phineas Taylor Barnum presents Joyce Heth, the oldest woman in the world.
She'll make your fortune, Mr. Barnum. Just remember Philadelphia.
All right, Joyce, we better get to work. We want to eat tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, step right up and see her. Joyce Heth, the oldest woman in the world.
When we see the shape the world is in, when the wave is what it's been, and songs that can't go, thank God I'm old.
Well, I don't understand it. They came by the thousands in Philadelphia.
And walked by the thousands. You've been had, Mr. Barnum. Anyway, what's so special about an old lady? Young lady, that's different. You would have had me up here 140 years ago. They would have come all right.
What did you say?
I said, what's so special about an old lady?
But a special old lady.
Mr. Barnum, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at a nurse about 120 years ago. You got this baby bouncing on your knee. George Washington.
I don't know nobody named Washington.
George Washington, the father of our country.
I told you.
Show up, boys. That sidewalk is a mite bit hard to sleep on. And I'd say there was a fair chance of rain tonight. Maybe even hail.
What'd you say that boy's name was?
George Washington.
You mean little Georgie? Why, Mr. Barnum, I pretty near raised that boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, step right up and see her. George Washington, the nurse. spotted by the father of our country. And that's a patriotic humbug, and there's none better. Now that choice was a success, I began signing up other attractions, but I needed some place to put them.
That's right, Mr. Barnum. I'm looking for a partner to run the American Museum, but I don't want to turn this museum into no sideshow.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more, Mr. Scudder. That's why I intend on filling all 5 floors with the most educational attractions possible, including 5 galleries of art, a lecture hall seating 2,000 people, and in the rotunda, a glass tank containing a living, breathing, spouting great white whale for laboratory. And just to help make it remind, may I present you with this courtesy ticket titled "You and Frank 2 free dishes pop payment 1 hour for your price any Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday between hours 12 noon and 1 p.m. Is it a deal?
Taylor Barnum, did you or did you not have an appointment to take me to lunch at 1 o'clock sharp? It is now past 2:14.
In the far ring, ladies and gentlemen, P.G. Barnum faces that most ferocious of all jungle beasts, the female of his species, who has been kept waiting over 1 hour and 14 minutes. Mr. Barnum will face this dangerous creature unarmed.
Darn it, Scudder. I thought I told you to tell me when it was 1 o'clock.
Well,
No excuses. Just run along and meet me at the museum with the builders at 2:45. Jerry, I don't know why I ever took him as a business partner. He's so forgetful. That's the example of married humble. And the trouble is, with my wife, it never works.
Hogwash, Taylor. I believe you forgot that appointment all by yourself. Now I have to pick up some pamphlets over at the Women's Emporium, so I thought we might lunch there.
Sherry, you can't get lunch in that place. Besides, McNally's Oyster House is right around the corner, so I suggest
That would leave it up to the face. An excellent idea. Heads the Women's Emporium, tails the Nellie's.
I'll toss if you don't mind.
Go right ahead, Taylor. I trust you 100%.
Here, Margaret.
Here it is, Mrs. Barnum. The new patent tells all about the Stat Act. Thanks to Elizabeth Cady Staff, now it's women can make our own business and legal decisions. So, what do you think about that, Mr. Barnum?
Oh, I'm all for it. 100%. As long as she asks her husband first. All right, McNally. Bring us a couple of dozen oysters and 2 large tails. And put a head up.
Mr. Barnum will have the liver special, Mrs. Morgan, plus fresh boiled parsnips. And an extra copy of Miss Stan's pamphlet for dessert. Now, Taylor, you can tell me who this new partner of yours is.
Sherry, that was Mr. Amos Scudder. Him and me are rebuilding the American Museum.
With what? We haven't $100 to our name.
Brass and a bit of humbug. You'd be surprised how often it's just as good as silver or gold.
Schemes again, Taylor. Schemes and dreams.
Well, that's my nature, Sherry. I told you that the first night I met you.
Taylor Barnum, when a girl meets a man in the middle of the worst thunderstorm of the summer, with bolts of lightning jumping off every tree and barn in sight, and thunder so loud it nearly scares you out of your wits. Not to mention the dogs and cats all over the territory howling to raise the dead. She don't pay much mind when a fella happens to mention he's a dreamer. And I don't mean you shouldn't have dreams, Taylor. Just let them be sensible ones we can reach.
Sherry, I want to excite people. Stir them up. Give them a glimpse of a miracle.
Miracle's a pretty fancy word for humbug, Taylor.
Well, maybe I put a high polish on facts sometimes, but I've never taken anybody for one thin dime.
You
stick from 10 to 6 every day, with only an occasional bomb to break the monotony. 2,000 cuckoos peeking out of 2,000 little holes. Well, every man's got a temperament, Mrs. Barnum, and mine's just not suited to tick-tock, cuckoo, and bomb.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up.
Oh, well, sure you should, Sherry. That's not the wife's job. Mention the things her husband doesn't want to hear. Sherry, a blonde napkin is just not the right color for me. Just say the name. Richport Flockers. And what do you see? Gray and brown. And maybe if you're lucky, a little dash of taupe. Like walking to any sideshow, where you got fire engine red, and buttercup yellow, and Kelly green. And it's like living inside a giant pinwheel. And I don't know what colors for my own songs, Jerry. I want to splash them up for the whole world to see. The colors of my life are bountiful and bold. The purple glow of indigo, the gleam of green and gold, the splendor of a sunrise, the dazzle of a flame, the glory of a rainbow. I put them all to share. No white, browns, and grays. I'll take my days instead and fill them overflow with rose and cherry red. And should this sunlit world grow dark one day, the colors of my life will lead a shining light to show the way.
That's well and good, Mr. Barnum, but your brains and head aren't going to be much help once you get those numbers started.
Jerry! Oh my goodness! I have to be at the museum. Jerry, you wait right here and I'll be back in 5 minutes. 10 at the most. Maybe a half hour. Look, if I'm not back by 6, come over to the museum. Ann Street, Broadway. You'll know it by the red, white, and blue sign that says Barnum American Museum.
It's your own fault, Charity Barnum. If you would have asked a few simple questions before you married him, you would have put a healthy distance between yourself and the man who wants to give the whole world a paint job. Which I'm not so sure it means. The colors of my life, softer than a breeze. The silver grain of mine is now.
plenty for a duck.
All right, now.
Good Lord, they're real. What's the man done?
A foolish thing, Cherry. Married a hard-headed, tough-talking, New England lady who's kept my world from going up in smoke for 14 years. Happy anniversary.
I might have been foolish enough to marry you, Taylor, but that doesn't mean I can't count. And our anniversary isn't for 6 months.
Well, I'm talking about the museum, Cherry. Or did you forget? We opened our doors to the public exactly 1 year ago today. Now, put on your silks and satins, woman, because I intend on taking you, me and those pearls, to celebrate tonight at Rector's Restaurant in New York City.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to the Rector's restaurant. The food is too rich, the people too fancy, and I'm not even going to discuss the prices. I'm staying right here.
Marital humbug number 2, the carrot and club principle. It never fails. Now see here, Cherry. I've got the prettiest wife in all of Connecticut. It's my God-given right to show her off if I want to. So, if you don't go upstairs and change into your best dress at once, certain very costly anniversary gifts may have to be returned. It almost never fails. Charity Barnum, what am I going to do with you?
Put up with me, same as I do.
We're out of step, we disagree. What's right for you is wrong for me. Together we're a part of country life. But I like your style. I like your style.
We disagree. What's right for you is wrong for me.
sorry to bother you at this time of the night, Mr. Barnum, but a fire at the museum. There's no point going down there. There's nothing left. I'm sorry, Mr. Barnum. Very sorry.
Mr. Scudder, I hope I'm being humble.
Oh, Mr. Barnum, you never taught me how.
Mr. Scudder!
Now, Taylor, I understand how to dance everything together. I haven't had time to change my influence, and it's the same old lovely one. But since the only dance you know is the waltz, I don't anticipate any problem.
Evening's off, Jerry. No use celebrating the anniversary of the museum. It's burned down. You were right. The thing was nothing but a darn sideshow anyhow.
Taylor Barnum, that museum was absolutely splendid for what it was, and I won't listen to anything on the contrary. New York's not the only place to make a living, you know. There's a whole country out there. Why, right here in Bridgeport,
Well, darn it, Jerry. If you hadn't come up with the right idea. There is a whole country out there. Here I am, piddling my life away on the corner of Broadway and Ann Street when there's 2 dozen states that never even heard of P.T. Barnum. Well, I'll build a new museum and put it on wheels.
I wasn't thinking of doing 2 dozen states, Taylor. Mr. Townsend's home
We'll red and gold to the entire country. We'll start 3 months when you're on the east. All I need is a bit of capital and one headline attraction to pull them all in. And because it was your idea, on top of every ad we'll read, an entire tour in a personal direction of Mr. and Mrs. P.T. Barnum. You are with me in this, aren't you, Jerry?
Well, I'm not so sure I'm 100% in accord with it.
Then everything's all right. We're quarreling again.
I hope I'm not interrupting, Mr. Barnum,
You are, Mr. Stratton.
but our appointment was for 2 o'clock.
I'm busy now. We'll discuss it first thing Monday.
Why don't we forget it? My wife and I are having to do moral qualms about your operating.
Tomorrow morning at 9.
Good day, Mr. Barnum.
All right, down to the right. Jerry, he's got that headline attraction I was telling you about. You stay right here if you want to dance, and I'll be back in 2 shakes.
And now, a deliciously rolled participant as Mr. P.T. Barnum attempts to juggle 3 slippery stratons in the air.
So, tell me, Stratton, what's this about moral qualms?
Well, let me start by telling you that my wife and I have nothing but the highest regard for you, Mr. Barnum.
I smell a humbug.
What has got us away?
A holy humbug. The worst kind.
But to permit you to put us an audience with small of money. Well, together a Christian conscience.
Now, the key word in that speech isn't Christian. It's small, as in the sum of money. Now, tell me, Stratton, what do you mean when you refer to such oddities?
Well, any boy only 25 inches tall from head to toe is a freak of nature.
Hold on, Mr. Stratton. Joyce Heather's 160 years old. Madame Swan has a 10.5 inches beard. Madame Joseph is 10.5 feet tall. What you call aberrations of nature, I call a gift from God to lift him above the crowd. Tell you what, since he's old enough to decide for himself, why don't we leave it up to the boy? Charlie, I want you to join my show, but I'm not going to fool you. Tens, hundreds, maybe thousands of people are going to come to see. Some to laugh and maybe even a few to stare. But most will come to cheer and tell their children and grandchildren for generations to come that they saw the smallest living man in the world. We'll even give you a name for the miracle of your signs. Thumb. Tom Thumb. You also have to keep in mind the princely salary that you and your parents will be receiving of $15 a week. Well, I've said it as fairly as I can. It's up to you to decide. What did I say that name was? Tom. Seems a bit too skimpy to me. What moon is handle go with it? Sir Tom Thumb. The Right Honorable Tom Thumb? Something with a touch of the military. Captain Tom Thumb. Now what the deuce? In for a penny, in for a pound. General Tom Thumb.
P.T. Barnum versus the female on this species, with unexpected, unheard of, alarming results.
Stop the nonsense, Taylor. Tom thought maybe the smallest man in the world, but you managed to tell some pretty tall tales about him. He's not a general, and his name's no more fun than mine is.
Well, I call that trimmings, Jerry.
Was Joyce has age trimmings too, Taylor?
It was justice. I took all the ages most women not have theirs and added it onto hers.
Be that as it may, Taylor, we have to be in the exhibition business. At least you can find yourself one respectable profession.
Mr. Barnum, all my congratulations. Julius Goldschmidt. We met in New York last fall, and I tried to show here in Boston last night. Absolutely splendid.
Thank you, Mr. Goldschmidt. Jerry, you remember my mentioning Mr. Goldschmidt. He's the fellow who represented Mr. Booth on his last tour.
Oh, of course. What brings you to Boston, Mr. Goldsmith?
Boston's home to me, Mrs. Barnum. Just thought I'd stop off for a little visit before sailing to England to sign up that Swedish girl who's caused such a stir over there.
Jenny Lind? I read all about her. 2 command performances for the Queen.
Lynn? Well, Lynn, of course. The Indian rubber lady can tie a knot in her right arm.
No, Mr. Barnum. Jenny Lind's an opera singer. And according to all the critics, her voice is the most glorious sound ever heard. But you'll get a chance to sit up here yourself and represent the first concert next fall. Castle Garden. Well, I better get going. The New York train leaves in a quarter of an hour. Mr. Barnum, Mrs. Barnum, it's been a great pleasure, and I hope to see you again next fall.
What's the matter, Taylor?
Oh, Goldschmidt's a nice fellow and all, and I don't like to see him lose his shirt.
You don't think you'll be able to sign up Miss Lind?
Well, that's the trouble. I think he will. The American public's not going to bill any dollars to hear an opera singer.
I'm not so sure you're right, Taylor. You heard what he said. 2 command performances. It's high time you found yourself an attraction like that one.
Jerry, don't get me started on that. Oh, it's the Chicago train. Besides, I wouldn't know where to begin.
It's simple. We toss a coin. Tails, we continue as we are. Heads, I run the rest of the tour, and you go to England and make a deal with Miss Lynn's agent.
Well, Jerry, what would I tell Mr. Goldschmidt?
That you were afraid New York wouldn't buy an opera singer, and you didn't want to see him lose his shirt.
Well, I call it a lie, Jerry.
I call that trimmings, Taylor. Bon voyage, Mr. Barnum.
Jerry, this is uncharted territory.
I'm equal to it, and so are you.
Jerry! It wasn't too late. I could have missed the New York train, followed Jerry west. But I didn't. I made the train, made the boat, I made the deal. Now I only have one thing to figure out. Who the hell is Jenny Lind? But like that fella Shakespeare said, what's in a name anyhow? It's titles the public wants. I'll call her the scintillating songbird from Scandinavia. Songbird who scintillates from Sweden. The scintillating Swedish song. I've got it! The singing Swede! Unfortunately, Jerry had already printed up the handbills, and so we were stuck with calling her the Swedish Nightingale. Can't win them all.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on these blessed shores, the world-renowned living statues. Due to the extremely respectable nature of this attraction, Mr. Barnum's promotional campaign shall not rely on any sensational claims whatsoever, and shall use only the plain, unvarnished truth.
States of America. We speak English here.
Angelica.
Henry, give me a hall. Look, Miss Lynn, you've got to give a concert tonight on this stage.
Yay, on concert?
In English.
I don't want to learn English.
You've got no choice.
Choose?
Choice.
Choice.
That's good.
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 No good.
That's it. Good evening.
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 Evening, ladies.
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 Ladies and
Good.
and gentlemen.
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 No, gentlemen. Well, that'll have to do, I guess. And words they can understand will charge up the European style. And don't forget to smile. If there's one thing no American can resist, it's the smile of a beautiful woman. No American man, anyhow. Well, it looks as if we're about to begin, so I'll be getting in the house now. Good luck.
I take a seat.
In English.
Mr. Barnum! I am a confusion. Many gentlemen asked to go with me to the reception this evening. I do not know which one to choose.
Well, you pick whoever strikes your fancy, dear lady.
Very well. I choose a scholastic person. My English teacher.
Now, my dear lady, I'm in confusion.
Taylor, the carriage is waiting.
In a minute,
The
Cherry.
mayor of the city. Also, he asked what sort.
Look, Miss Lynn.
Taylor, please hurry. Our freshen up the hotel.
Oh, well, that's perhaps another time.
Cherry, I got me a problem. The receipts, they gotta be recounted. The darn bookkeeper messed it all up. So you take the carriage and I'll meet you there.
This bookkeeping couldn't be done tomorrow, Taylor?
No, Cherry, it can't.
Very well then. I'll see you when I see you. It was a great success. I'm very proud of you. Good night, my darling. Good night, Miss Lynn.
Cherry, wait. Miss Lynn, but I was surprised. I said, catch the line, is there a sight that was bigger than enough to see the pretty lady just said, but
Mr. Barnum!
Tim, why not?
Miss Lind asked me to remind you that the reception is at 7 o'clock sharp. And since President Fillmore is such a stickler for punctuality,
Whole 6 months of extraordinary nothing but reception with the president, supper with the senator, tea with the chief justice. When did they ever find time to run the country? I'm so healthy, woman. I give up this whole tour just to get away from my mom.
you don't mean that, Mr. Barnum.
I do. Old Goldschmidt's been after me to buy his contract, and I have a good mind to sell it to him. Oh, it was easy in the beginning when we had to change the office and into a sweet shine. But now she's burning down the houses, and I'm bored to tears. It's my own damn fault. I humbugged myself into thinking I needed some more color in my life. And she humbugged me into being more respectable. A miserable state of affairs as far as I'm concerned. So I might as well be miserable and be respectful to someone I love.
Just like you and Miss Lind.
So did I, but I was wrong. Look, you better send a wire to Goldschmidt telling him I'm leaving New York the after tomorrow. And one to Mrs. Barnum, telling her that at that point in the pets, I might be in Bridgeport end of next week. Oh, this is going to be a waste of time. I know that. With my female species humbug seem to pan out. But I'm too old a dog not to try. Never heard of such carryings on. And in public. It's a disgrace to us. Me.
Kitty, I think muttering.
Me? Absolutely not. I think muttering is the height of politeness.
Then I'll just ignore it.
I never mutter. I might sputter, but I don't mutter. And when I get something nice, utter it, utter it. But it's all a damn disgrace.
I bet I know what this is all about. The way the French ambassador smiled at me last night.
Ron, what do I care if some weak-looking Frenchie smiles at you? Well, it was the way you smiled at him. One of your number 2 special traveling ones.
I was a puzzle. The way there's Rosario's mother. Anyway, what's sauce for the goose and sauce for the gander?
What are you talking about?
The letters.
What letters?
Long one. Dated. To a lady in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Now, if you were willing to give up your letters, I might be willing to give up my Chinese knife.
Jenny, I want you to know I'll never forget you.
It has been a loss. Mia, that is Kirsty, a friend with Mama Aunt. You came today. I want for you to want to do yourself.
That's a kind wish, Jenny. Now I've got to figure out what the devil it is I want.
You know what it is?
When do you think you'll be leaving?
Tonight's just as good as any, I suppose. Will you be all right?
I think so. I have a dinner invitation with a French ambassador.
Take a look at these figures for St. Louis. Sold out 2 months before she ever even set foot in the town. I'm telling you, you're buying a songbird that lays golden eggs, Mr. Goldschmidt.
I knew that, Mr. Barnum. In fact, I could say I knew it before even you did.
Well, that's why I'm making you such a generous deal. Only one provision. Miss Lind never plays in Bridgeport. Don't sell me any seats. Done?
Done.
Such rules,
Grand Opera and Pageant Company present Mr. P.T. Barnum as he lives his life in black and white.
Black and white, the future's rosy red.
Jerry, you've got to release me from my promise.
Go ahead, Taylor.
How's that?
Thank you very much, Mr. Barnum.
You're entirely welcome, Mrs. Barnum. Impressive place, isn't it?
The most respectable looking building I've ever seen. And it belongs to you now.
You know what, Cherry? Looking at you here smiling in the darkness first when I mentioned that thunderstorm. Oh, I knew you were scared. But I kept wishing there'd be more lightning so I could get a better look at the race.
And I shut my eyes every time the lightning flashed. So I never did get a good look at yours when we were standing at the altar. By then it was too late. Taylor, now stop it. Folks are going to think we're foolish.
Why?
Two old people sitting on these steps in the middle of the night holding hands.
Well, who says we're old? Maybe I got a few gray hairs and some black lines. But Cherry, you don't look a day older than the first night in that thunderstorm.
I thought you were through with humbug, Taylor.
22 or 3 at the very most, and that's the least humbugging thing I've said in my whole life.
You're going to be wonderful in politics, Taylor. Of course, I don't expect you to be mayor more than one term. I already got my eye on the Senate seat, and I don't need a state either.
Well, Cherry, you're talking about Washington.
Head say you can do it.
Cherry, running for the U.S. Senate's not something you toss a coin on. It takes confidence and considerate content. And how come in 25 years of tossing, that coin never once came up tails?
Oh, I guess maybe just on my side. That and the fact that this quarter just happens to have 2 heads.
You stand the deck, Cherry.
I haven't been watching you 25 years for nothing, Taylor.
All right, I'll run for your damn Senate, only because I'm lucky to do anything in the world for you. But I have been humbugged, good and proper, and am most displeased. Why are you smiling?
Everything's gonna be all right. We're quarreling again. The colors of my
The colors of my life are bountiful and bold. The purple glow of the dawn. Cherry! Cherry.
On behalf of the party, Mr. Barnum, I'd like to tell you just how very sorry we are for your wife's unfortunate demise.
Month after month, standing right there beside me. Just when we were right on the threshold. Now I don't want you boys to worry, because during this campaign I'm going to be the strongest ever. I've worked a long time for this senatorial nomination, and if it's an election I don't plan to lose.
Well, Mr. Barnum, I'm afraid there is a slight postponement in your nomination.
Oh, what are you talking about?
What Mr. Templeton is trying to say is that the party position has changed. We decided to give the nomination to Alexander Beckett.
What are you talking about? Well, I've been barnstorming for the past 6 months on the strength of your promise that I'd have that nomination.
Your decision is out of your hands, Mr. Barnum, but in 4 years you'll be the prime candidate.
I don't want the nomination in 4 years. I promised somebody I'd be in Washington next January. And if I can't be there then, I don't want to be there at all. Good day.
But Mr. Barnum...
Get out! They took me, Cherry. 6 months of making speeches, and they take the nomination away from me worse than a lie than I ever pulled in 35 years of humbug. I thought I'd gotten out of my life. It looks like I was wrong. Because if I don't humbug them, they're going to do worse to me. You tell the truth, Cherry. This humbug is so bad after all. Well, look at them dreamers that came over on the Mayflower. Humbug with the vision of finding a utopia. And it turned out pretty good. And Thomas Jefferson and Ben Franklin back in '76. Humbug with the vision of creating a whole society of free and equal people. And it was strong enough to win a war. Of course, I'm not comparing Corbett and Bob's Declaration of Independence, but I know there's a connection somewhere. Well, how do you like that? Up here on the soapbox for just 2 minutes, and I've convinced myself I'm first cousins with Thomas Jefferson. Well, Cherry, don't that prove it? And humbugging, I'm the best there is. The Prince of Humbug. Alter that. Riddle, batter, old touch, wheel, rather, ladder, bottom, middle, and dodge, and double dutch, and flip, flap. I am the king of hogwash. Tommy Roberts. Shipper, chapper, clapper, pop, hocus, pocus, gamble, gobble, scam, and sham, and just a touch of what I am I. Oh, don't worry, Cherry. I wasn't thinking of going back to my national business. What I was thinking of was election. Tell the whole country about the noble art of humbug. Who's got a better right to talk about it than me anyhow? After all, it's the gift God gave me to think to. It's how I got everything I have. Even you. In a world of sting and shock, this moment we spend down a road, a bridge and rock, where Lord knows what ends. One night as cold as space and dark as the sea. Something to make it bright, shine a light, tell you that someone's gonna be the Prince of Humbug. Tongue in cheek, shilly shadow, flying over possible, hang and prank and hang and some skullduggery. I am and them all always be.
The main event, the greatest contest of them all. P.T. Barnum, alone, unarmed, without a net, in a fight to the finish struggle with destiny. Barnum's the name, Mr. Bailey's the name, Mr. Barnum.
I'm sorry, I'm breaking the bond, and I'm breaking it. No.
Mr. Barnum, I sent you the plans and photographs over 2 weeks ago. Well, haven't you had a chance to look at them?
Now, 1880, and with Grant in the White House, we're expanding our boundaries. Your show looks good, but it's too small. There ought to be Iron Crystal Palace under and still have enough room to fly a kite.
The Crystal Palace? Mr. Barnum, I hope I'm not being humble.
Mr. Bailey, what have you got?
Well, I admit, wait, tell it. It does sound like a good idea, but you've got to help me. Out of the question. The circus needs you. No. Oh, but the real is after gauge returns are called to the crib. When a stage is seen, my others comes apart from the rib. When the right pretty glad against her leadership. Follow my tip, come away on a trip. Join the circus like you wanted to. When you were a kid. Climb aboard me, who's on and roll, thank your monkey songs you did. Go to many animals, wake up in the air.
Roll your rush and your call again, ready to roll again, ready to
There